Hey AJ, just wanted to get your thoughts. What are your thoughts on fall camp so far?
Yeah, it's been great. Just trying to get better each day. Obviously, it's a grind, and obviously going into my last year, just want to kind of fine tune the things and just find my place.
Yeah, and I just want to ask, like, how's the transition to BYU been so far? Like, what are your thoughts on just the culture that Kalani has set up, and just your thoughts on just being at BYU?
Yeah, the transition's been awesome. Honestly, it's been pretty smooth transition. The culture's awesome.
Yeah.
The guys are willing to work every day, and it's very apparent why they win so many games. So just trying to buy in and then work every day. So.
Awesome, yeah. And I just kind of want to ask, like, so what kind of factored into you choosing BYU? Like, what appealed you most about BYU?
Yeah, it was honestly, obviously I kind of had prior relationships on the coaching staff on the defensive side. But other than that, it was just the family feel here, the culture that, Coach Kalani put in place. And it was unlike any other place I visited. So that was kind of the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, and speaking of culture, I just want to ask, like, the linebacker room. Like, can you just go in depth about the culture in the linebacker room? What jumps out to you about the guys in the linebacker room?
Yeah, the linebacker room is awesome. That was kind of the first thing that stood out to me. The guys just we all want to see each other get better, and from top to bottom, young guy to old guy. And that's kind of the best thing, even in fall camp, we always try to get each other better, help each other and find areas that we can improve on.
No, that's awesome. And who has stood out to you the most in the linebacker room so far?
Yeah, probably I would say the two older guys, Ben Bywater and then Max Tooley. Those guys played a ton of ball, and I'm just trying to learn from them, just as much as I learn from anyone else, so those guys have been huge.
Yeah, and what has your relationship been like with them so far?
It's been awesome. They've welcomed me with open arms ever since I got here, and just kind of helped me learn the way here, and just help me just make the transition as soon as possible.
Well, that's awesome. And what can fans expect from you? Like, what skill sets do you bring to the linebacker room?
Yeah, I think the two biggest things that I just try to hang my hat on is just physicality and just pursuit to the ball. I think those things can, obviously fix a lot of things when it comes to the game of football. So, those two things are something that I pride myself on.
Yeah, awesome. And just keeping things in the linebacker room, what stands out to you about Justin Enna? What do you like about him? What has he done for you so far?
Yeah, so he's the one who brought me to Utah State, so I kind of know his expectation and standard, but, he just holds us to a high standard to the linebacker room, which, obviously is what you need at the end of the day, but just pushing us to get better every day and, make sure that we, come ready to play.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Big 12 schedule coming up. What stands out to you the most about the Big 12? What are you looking forward to most about playing in the Big 12?
Yeah, obviously it would just be the playing opponents at the highest level week in and week out. Obviously Utah State, you always get the non-conference opponents, which are, pretty big games, but here it's, going to be week in and week out. So just, ultimately playing, the best teams and, the best teams in the country every week is ultimately what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, and how have you felt about your preparation so far ahead of week one?
Yeah, I felt like it was good. Obviously it's a grind. It's been a grind, day in and day out. But I'm having fun with it, and just learning every day.
Yeah, And what stands out to you about Kalani Sitake? What do you like about him, and what has he done for you so far as well?
Yeah, what I really truly love here is it's really player friendly. They know how to take care of your body, but while at the same time we're getting in really good work at the same time. So just that implementation and just taking care of the players and. Ultimately the culture, it was, like I said, it was unlike any other program that I kind of visited, and, it's definitely showing.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And I just want to ask, like, how would you describe a Jay Hill ran defense? Like, we've kind of asked a lot of your teammates. I was curious, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, for me, it would be very aggressive, almost on the edge, so I think it's really, it's honestly hard to put into words right now, but
Yeah.
I was just aggressive, but it'll be really good for sure.
Yeah, and I just want to ask, what are you studying at BYU, and what have your thoughts been about, like, the social life, and what have you been able to do outside of football?
Yeah, so right now I guess I graduated at Utah State, so kind of just taking some classes here just to keep me eligible for now, since I really only have a couple months here. But the social life is awesome. It's a lot different than the Cache Valley, Logan area, for sure. So, but I really like it. It's honestly a different feel, but a lot more food spots here, a lot of places to eat. So I've enjoyed my time here so far.
Yeah, and one final question. Actually, two final questions. First, I just want to ask, like, do you have a role model that you like to look up to, that you like to emulate your game after? And I was just wondering who it was.
Yeah, not particularly. I kind of just like to look at a ton of different guys, right? Like guys who are similar build, that can rush the passer to drop into coverage. Guys like obviously like Fred Warner, Bobby Wagner, and even edge rushers like Michael Parsons. Those are guys that I really just try to take my game and model after.
That's awesome. And I just want to ask, like, do you have a message for Cougar Nation, and what can they expect from this BYU football team?
Yeah, I just appreciate you guys because ever since I kind of made the decision to come here, I've had tons of support, and so I really appreciate that. But just expect some good stuff this fall.
Awesome. Thank you so much.